is there a way that, I mean, I get it. I get it because it's something that you wake up, you can't quantify, you can't qualify, but you know that this is what you're meant to do. It's not about money.
Right.
It's something that motivates you. It puts you to, like, getting this video done was, I mean, a lot of people wouldn't believe it. This is 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
And we are doing this because we are passionate about it, and it's a purpose for me. And I don't care whether 5 people even watch this. How would someone who are in this, most of the people are, how would they kind of discover this a bit?
So I think finding your purpose is a deeply personal thing, but there's one common thing, common thread across people that find their purpose. Right? And it's very central to what we did as a human species. 1,500 years ago, right? If our village was hit by a pandemic or a drought, what did we do?
Yeah.
What did we do? If you know what we did long time ago?
No, I don't know the answer to that. I apologize.
Right. So the answer is we packed up and moved.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right? We packed up and moved.
Okay. I was looking at a much more sophisticated answer. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
So that your movement leads to discovering of your purpose, right?
Yeah.
People need to have this sense of adventure where they go out and try multiple things. Right? And one of those things is going to hit home. You will never be able to discover your purpose by sitting and thinking about what is my purpose, right? So you got to be able to get out there. See, dude, even if you look at our careers, I started my career as an accountant, then I was a dancer, then I was a HR. We did so many things before we turned 40, right? And one of those things hit. But you ask, nowadays you ask somebody, they are very reluctant to go on that adventure. So if you want to find your purpose, just dabble in as many things as you can, and when you find it, you will know it, and then it's a whole science of growing. But if you're not taking the initial step to reach out and discover and do new things, it's not going to work out for you.
Dana, let me ask you this question: can purpose change?
I think a purpose can mature, a purpose can change, a purpose can
That's okay,
augment.
right?
Yeah, it's completely fine, right? I mean, it's something that changes with who you are, right? But a sense of purpose is a core part of your self-worth, right? So even if it changes, and you feel that, hey, this sense of purpose is giving me my self-worth, then it's perfectly fine.
All right. Man, I mean, amazing. I think I can speak to you for hours, but I have a couple of other things here. So, you spoke a little bit about, at the end of all of this, there will be next 10 years. I mean, people need to get to a kind of the action mode and start thinking, if you have the purpose, that's what you should start pursuing, because that will really define your success in a very different way in the post-COVID-19 era.
And also it will help you weather global catastrophes like this.
Do you think we will be so, I mean, have we done so badly that do you think we'll have another one during our life? I think for me this is it. Man, let me live my life out after this.
Yeah, I think this is I think it's a 10-20 year repeating cycle, man. I think you and I will easily go through 2 more of these, if you're lucky, if you're unlucky, sorry, 3 more of these calamities, because it's only becoming more frequent and more prevalent.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that. So let me ask you this question: the new norm, whatever it is, if you were looking back, I mean, let me take a little bit of a industrial analysis and then maybe come back to it. So obviously the losers were hospitality, airline industry, all of that are losers. Then you have the winners in terms of retail, healthcare, all that, and education I think is going to be a massive winner as well, right? What is your assessment of this after this, and say, people who are in these kind of industries, there will be humongous change. There will be people who are very, very I mean, I'll be honest, the kind of Pick Me and Uber had this very interesting thing going on before this situation. Today, I think there's only one winner, right? And I think we all know who that is, and that's remarkable, and a global catastrophe. I think Corona beer people will never drink Corona beer again. Right? So where do you see these industries shift, and where do you think the world will be, and in terms of new norm for you?
Okay, so let me answer that question from that example that you took, Uber and PicMe, right? And I think one reason why why PicMe, and there could be many reasons, but it's outside-in approach, right?
Yeah.
So one thing was PicMe went into saying, hey, what is our purpose? Our purpose is to get from food from A to B at the cheapest cost, right?
Yeah.
And they had the culture, the management structure to augment up, down, sideways, to quickly change their model to serve the local context. Right. Whereas when you look at Uber, it's more international, more red tape, more bureaucracy. So it doesn't work. Now you take that and you scale it up, right? And you look at all of our industries, right? And I think the footprint is, how do we cater to the local market, right? How do we augment ourselves to serve the local people? Now you might never be as rich as what you would if you would sell your hotels for foreigners, right? But if it is something that can quickly augment to fit the local context, it may be more sustainable. So I think for us in the next 10 years, right, and the tourists will take time to come, investment will take time to come, but we can generate money. We can generate commerce, right? We can, back in the day when we were kids, we learned, from this place we got this fruit, from this place we got that. The inter-regional commerce is what we need to focus on, right? We need to start building more cities in Sri Lanka that trade with each other and start in some form of way going back into a production economy and trading with different districts within Sri Lanka. I hope that would be a more sustainable approach, and I hope that would be one aspect of coming back to normalcy, right?
So for me, sorry, let me ask you this question quickly, right? Like hotels, I think we had 30-year war. Even the tourism was up and down at that time, but we ran on banquets and local traffic, and I think there will be that kind of coming back again for a while But my biggest concern is about like the MAs, the Brandics, where like you have 300,000. That is a huge population. Today, where do you see that is going to get transferred into? That is because even if you have a local marker, that's never going to be catering into that, as you said.
100%. And I think that's the problem, right? I think when you look at our economy before, right, the whole globalized economy, all of our structures were set to support that. Right, our export market, the garment industry was anyway a sunset industry. Our tea, we were all depending on sunset industries. Right? They were anyway going out, right? In some form of way, it was a matter of time, right? Unless they, evolved into something more, something big, right? Now, the question you're asking is, hey, how do we